So play therapy is a little different than you might be thinking. It's not just using play to engage kids. It's actually using play to help them process things. So we actually use the toys that children use in everyday life to help them resolve some psychosocial difficulties. So that could be things that have happened that are out of their control, such as parental divorce, natural disasters, chronic illnesses, and also things that may be within their daily lives, such as sibling rivalry, such as bullying in school, also things like anxiety, depression, those types of things is what play therapy can be really helpful with. So the different things I've done with play therapy over the years have been really interesting. I've worked with children who have abuse and neglect backgrounds and have used play therapy to help them resolve some of the issues that are a part of that experience. I've also used play therapy with parents and with their children, where I trained parents how to be a paraprofessional in their child's life and to actually administer some of the play techniques to help their child have a better relationship with them and help the parent have a better relationship with their child. In addition to that, I've also done a lot of trainings on play therapy for social workers and other mental health professionals in the community. And in addition, some of the things I'm most proud of is I've taken play therapy to third world countries, most recent being Haiti. I went to a small community there in Jacmel, and we conducted a needs assessment around what children's needs are and if the organization there is doing an adequate job to meet those needs. A part of that experience was also providing a training to the parents about what children need from parents. So we were able to talk about the element of play there. And so that's one of those things that I'm most proud of. So for the average parent, the average person out there engaging with children, I think the most important thing to remember is that children are not miniature adults. They really do possess different developmental and cognitive abilities, different language abilities, and because of those things, they need to be treated differently. So parents making sure that your children have a tremendous amount of time to do imaginary play, where they can pretend to be mom, they can pretend to be dad, they can pretend to be a firefighter or a police officer or a nurse or a doctor. Those kinds of experiences are really crucial in the development of a child. Because what a child is doing at those points, they're trying on different hats. They're working through things they have seen in their environment. They may be taking care of a baby in their nursery. Really what that's doing is it's helping them to replay what has been done with them, and also to gain skills in nurturing and caring for others. When children are playing games outside with their friends, they're negotiating, they're problem solving, they're becoming the future leaders of America. So all of that play that might seem meaningless or silly to grown-ups is actually crucial to the development of children. One of the things that scares me a little bit in our society is how we've removed so much of that imaginative play from a child's everyday experience, and we've replaced it with very routinized and goal-oriented, rule-oriented kinds of play. And what that's really set up for kids is that if there's not a purpose in what you're doing, then it's wasted time. And that couldn't be further from the truth if we look at what children need as far as development. They need to try different things. They need to experience boredom where their imagination can come to life. They also need to problem solve. They need to be challenged. And all of those pieces happen just through natural play. So my encouragement for parents is to make sure that that's happening at least a little bit every day for their child, so that they can experience those times of freedom in play, imagination in play, where they gain really the necessary skills in order to be productive and better grown-ups. So some tips I would say is fill your house with toys that are not just electronics. Fill your home with toys that will encourage imagination. So those things are blocks and baby dolls and chalk and crayons and paper. And, for boys, a lot of times they like trucks and mini toy soldiers. And for girls, a lot of times they like to play school, or they like to practice being a mom or a caregiver. So making sure that we have in our homes things that will allow those kinds of experiences. And second, I would say to limit the amount of time that we require, especially young children, to take part in those group organized activities. And what I mean by that is a 3-year-old doesn't need to be playing 3 different organized leagues of t-ball and soccer, etc. What they need to be doing is they need to be playing, just free play. For the older kids, when that becomes a little bit more appropriate, don't bombard their schedules with all of those ritualized kind of routine play. Instead, make sure it's balanced. So they're still having downtime to be outside imagining and creating all sorts of different scenarios, while you also can give them those opportunities to play with teams and learn how to be a team member. So those are just a few of the things that I would say about play, and that I would say about the importance of play for children who are developing.